It blows away in new directions. It's your turn to know something that is real. The Milky Way, I feel your splendor. You're the weakness that I find. They melt away into forever. As I look, and I know that it is Send my heart into the sound, slowly drifting into your arms. It blows away in new directions. It's your turn to know something that is real. The Milky Way, I feel your splendor. You're the weakness that I find. Nobody said it'd be easy, but we took a train to the ceiling. And now I'm high on all of my feelings. Don't wake me up from the stream. I bought a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I heard you, but it's nice this time of year. Out in the wild, find a eating. Let's stay a while, never leaving. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Don't let go, I want your body around, all around, all around. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Taking off. Taking off. Found you in all of the madness. I heard your voice in the static. Your skin on my skin like a magnet. I won't look down when we crash. I bought a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I heard you, but it's nice this time of year. You turn my world on its axis. I don't care where anything happens. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Don't let go, I want your body around, all around, all around. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Taking off. Taking off. Taking off. Do you need me the way I miss you? 'Cause I can barely. You're the one I can't deny. I wanna take you sky. Take you sky. Review, you have in review me. Stuck in the review, you have in review me.
Come, selector. welcome back to the BSL. We apologize for the inconveniences. Something happened, but well, yeah, if you did not hear what we said, then well, clean your ears. I'm Dirk Danger. We got Oxys, week 4, day 2. And for today, what we're going to see, we'll see Žalgiris versus Skill Difference afterwards. Probably match of the season, Iron Wolves versus Turing eSports. And to close out the day, we'll have Polar Bears versus Team Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, hype week of games today. I'm really looking forward to seeing Iron Wolves versus Turing today. Yesterday, Turing already played against Lattelecom, I think, and it was some great quality games. The first game, not so much, but yesterday we were talking that we want to see from them the same level that Iron Wolves have brought already to the table in the Baltic eSports League, and we have to see what's going to happen in our match of the week.
And we're going in to today. Till now, the standings are, that P9 is currently the first place team. Then they're followed by Iron Wolves, Lattelecom and Žalgiris, all with 4 points. They'll have to play out the games though. So then we'll see the real standings after week 4.
Yeah, and rounding out the standings, there's City Life in last place, Polar Bears and Turing eSports in 7th place at the moment. Yeah, Turing doesn't need to be in 7th place, but they haven't played all of their games at the moment. But a little sneak peek, next week we are going to have a Lithuanian team coming in, a new team that played the qualifiers to qualify for BSL, and we're gonna have some new blood here.
And yeah, well, week 4, day 2, and in season 2 we'll have 9 weeks of games, after which the top 4 teams will go to the LAN finals in HyperTown Tallin and Saku Suurhall on 20th and 21st of October. Link for the tickets is in the description below. Still early bird tickets, so if you want to get them cheap, get them now. And yeah, what else do we have today? We're going to have 2 giveaways, so Davs, take it over.
So yeah, we're gonna have 2 giveaways. First, it's gonna be our already famous Vault. You can get some great food from our sponsor, that is Vault. You can order in and get some great food. And the second is going to be, we are going to have a Samsung giveaway where we are going to give away a Battlefield 1, I think.
Yeah, Battlefield 1, the latest Battlefield out there, and Samsung, so kind of them Samsung, and like we got Samsung screen over here. Samsung makes the best screens, best phones and everything, and now they want to give something back to you. So Battlefield 1, for Vault giveaway, write hashtag Vault. For Samsung giveaway, write hashtag Samsung. You can write both of them. Yep. Not together, like write them separately, but you can write them one after another. Yeah. And you'll have your entry, and we'll play out the giveaway somewhere during the stream. Yep. So that's going to be a surprise for you, probably a surprise for us as well. And well, first game of the day, Žalgiris versus Skill Difference, and I think this is going to be pretty interesting game.
Yeah, but we have to run down the rosters real quick, because Žalgiris is going to go for, the top laner for Žalgiris is Smackler. The jungle position will be taken by Barsas. Mid lane Rimtolis, Frexy and Afting rounding out in the bot lane.
And yeah, pretty solid team. So far they've showed that if they go to late game, that there's no stopping them. Yep. But well, the only way out to stop them is in the early game, and they will be matching against a pretty strong early game team. Skill Difference. For Skill Difference, we get Diaz in top lane, Big Mac in the jungle, Rapper 6 in mid lane, and bot lane is a duo of Valhalla and Cross Zarya.
Yeah, I was last week I wasn't here, but I heard a little birdie whispered in my ear that Skill Difference took a game off Iron Wolves, the first game, so this shouldn't be a tough task, and tough task to ask from Skill Difference to actually try and take maybe the 2-0 from Žalgiris. I'm actually looking forward to this game to see what Big Mac has to offer in the early game. Maybe the same moves he did against Iron Wolves, and try to take one of the Lithuanian powerhouses down.
And yeah, one of the big things versus Iron Wolves was Valhalla, the new AD carry for skill difference, and together with Crazeria, they had a strong landing phase, completely shut Solus down in game 1, and snowballed the game pretty much solo.
Yeah.
So let's see. Frexy and Afting have been playing a ton together. They're not like Salus and Zavielis, and Salus is main mid lane guy who just wanted to play AD. Now Frexy and Afting are super solid on bot. And well, this is going to be like the reality test of how well does Valhalla really play.
Yeah, we have to see what's going to happen down in the bot lane, because yeah, if I recall correctly, Roper6 was playing AD when last time I casted him, I think.
Yeah, now he played mid lane, and well, he played pretty well against Iron Wolves' jungler in the mid lane.
Oh,
they had like 3 players swapping roles, but still, Roper6 had a solid game of Victor, really making a lot of plays together with Big Mac. Like they had a pretty crazy Wombo combo with a gravity field from Victor and the pillar from Trundle, which caught out Iron Wolves quite a lot. They did not expect that combo to work out. Now, will Roper6 get his Victor? Because, well, there's only so many champions that Roper6 can play, because he's like main AD carry.
Yeah, you can't. Yesterday we already saw that there are only as much champions as a substitute mid laner or a substitute top laner for yesterday's example, because yesterday we had Dator Pasal, Homeless Master, playing top lane, and he only could play 2 champions. It was Ornn and the Poppy, and then he pulled out a signature Garen pick, and that pick didn't do so well.
I watched those games. Garen pick as a pick, it was fine. I did not support his item build in that particular scenario.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Now we have Dios versus Smackler in top lane. Both of them I think are heavily underrated, because like, okay, Dios isn't really playing a lot of top lane. Previously he was playing mid lane and such.
Yeah.
Now he's on top trying to pick up the role. Smackler, last season and the start of this season, everyone was like laughing like Smackler, but then he got a 1v2 solo kill on Chosen One, so you gotta be careful facing up against that. And now Dievs had like a couple of solo kills himself, so both of them are, I think, in a similar level. Obviously Smackler is more experienced in that role, so I want to see like Smackler really showing up and showing that he is the 1v9 top laner.
So if you're saying like, that, if I'm correct what you're saying, Smackler 1v1 Chosen One, so he's better than Chosen One. But Homeless Master yesterday, he 1v1'd Chosen One as well, and he killed him. He actually 1v2'd as well. So Homeless Master, the best top laner in Baltic Esports League?
Well, we'll need a bigger sample size than that. Obviously, both of them, well, Mara and Homeless Master from Dator Pasal, they are probably the best junglers in Latvia, and well, maybe they need both of them in the team to really pick up the pace, because, well, I'm pretty sure that Mara brings some kind of shot calling, Homeless brings some kind of shot calling. Maybe they need the combination of both of them.
Yeah, maybe.
To take the victories.
Yeah, but talking about our next matchup, the next matchup is a big one to watch, because it's Big Mac in the jungle against Barca's against him in the opposing side. And what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, it's going to be interesting, because Big Mac has always been like a super strong early game player, and he really knows how to camp one lane. But in this case, I don't know which lane he is going to camp. He got last week he got a couple of kills onto Valhalla, which helped him snowball the lane. I'm pretty scared about Roper6 in the mid lane though, because I think that's going to be the main factor in these games.
Yep, could be.
Because, yeah, Rimtol is a super solid control mage player. Can also play the roaming style like Aurelion Sol and Twisted Fate. And Wes is an experienced mid laner. If you're going up against someone like I don't know, Zerat or Oriana, the same Aurelian Soul. If you do not know exactly what to do, it's going to backfire on your team and really snowball the game.
Yeah, and that's the experience. Okay, you know how to play the Victor against 4 or 5 champions. Yeah, that's the matchup. Because if you're subbing into a lane, of course you know how to play that champion. That's not an issue, but the issue is that you haven't played that champion against 40 different mid lane champions. You don't know the matchup. You don't know if that Yasuo mid lane can kill the Victor at, for example, level 3, level 4.
Well, talk about Yasuo, like Rapper6, the only like control mage he can play is Victor. Other than that, he goes really south. He goes for likes of Assassin, picks the same Yasuo, same Akali. Like Rapper6 is pretty insane in solo queue. You used to duo with him. So I don't know. I think that if Rapper6 like doesn't go for the scared play and doesn't go for the.
Is he going to play Vayne mid though?
Probably not, because Vayne mid was a particular counterpick to Gallia.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it can be played versus a couple of other matchups, maybe.
Yeah, but
it's not reliable.
It was just I threw it out there, but of course that
Lucian mid, that is more viable.
Yeah, that's more viable, but still, I just threw it out there just for the laughs and giggles. But still, he can play some of those ADs mid. For example, Corki is another one you can actually play in the mid lane. Maybe he knows how to. Maybe he knows the matchups and it's a little bit easier to play. We have to see, but.
Well, let's see what they are going for now for game 1. Skill difference on the blue side, Žalgiris on red side. So let's see, Diaz is going to ban out the Aurelia now. I don't know, Smackler played the game of Aurelia. I don't know if that was like the main factor for the game. So
the Thalia ban, yesterday we saw that there's a really high priority in the Baltic Esports League for Thalia.
Well, it's probably, a couple of days ago I talked with like Mana, who said like that Thalia is the strongest champion right now, the strongest jungler right now. So
yeah, Thalia yesterday had 100% presence. It was either picked or banned, and the games it was picked, it has 100% win rate. So
well, respect Tristana ban going on to Valhalla. He popped up on that pick quite a lot, but now I'm really afraid because, well, we see the Braum ban, but at the same time Phyrexian Afton can just go for Zyrokan if they wish.
Yeah, they can go for Zyrokan. They can also go for what we saw already yesterday. A lot of matchups, there's usually, for example, a Kai'Sa pick, and the enemy team usually responds with the Draven. We had a lot of matchups yesterday.
There was like Fabi, which played like 3 games or 4 games of Draven, so that was all of the Draven picks. Yeah, Draven is super strong versus Kai'Sa, but well, you gotta know how to play Draven.
Yeah, you need to know how to play Draven, and you actually, if you pick the Draven as the AD carry against the Kai'Sa, you need to execute it properly, because if you don't execute it, then you're probably going to lose the game, because the Kai'Sa is just going to outscale.
And well, that is the Ashe is Akali. So Akali first pick, and that's going to be for Rapper6. He's been spamming Akali for quite a bit. So let's see, and that's going to be a Kai'Sa. So they will challenge Valhalla and cross Zeri on that. Kai'Sa Morgan, super strong lane. Now they really need to go all in to smash this Kai'Sa, because there are not a lot of picks. Yeah, you mentioned Draven. Same, Caitlyn can work, but Caitlyn's like terrible right now.
Yeah.
Kog'Maw can be played, but I don't know. So I think they should go for a scaling matchup here, because something, Jhin. I forgot about him. Jhin is super strong, can bully out pretty much anyone. And is that going to be a support pick as well over there?
Yeah, maybe it's going to be a support pick with the Jhin. We saw a lot of Alistar yesterday, but against the Morgana, I actually don't know if you want to go for Alistar right here.
So it seems like we will have to remake the lobby. Players, as always, doing the lazy stuff, not adding each other, so they can't really write placeholders. But well, it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be pretty okayish. So far we saw Akali first pick, then we had like Kai'Sa and Morgana, but now Žalgiris is Superman because they're asking like skill difference. Why did you pick like Ashe as a placeholder? How can we know if that's a placeholder or not? Because well, in LCK we saw Prey was the main Ashe player. Like Ashe can be played in a coordinated team play. So let's see. We are jumping back into the champion select. So well, first game of the day always happens things like these.
Yep.
So it's a
one more second now. 1 second.
And well, but so far Akali, I think that is the right approach if you're skill difference, because Rapper 6 needs to snowball. But I don't know, there are so many picks you can pick against Akali, like something the same like control mages who can just go even with Akali and be stronger in one and two items.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of Swain counter picks actually to Akali, because you can withstand the Akali burst with your ulti and actually lifesteal back up, but there's a lot of answers being produced against the Akali in the mid lane, because in solo queue, yeah, they have the Akali doesn't have a great win rate, but in pro play, in here as well, the Akali gets picked or banned because it's such a strong champion. And yesterday Arlight, our resident mid lane main, said that Akali is just the most broken champ in the game right now, and you should either pick it or ban it.
Well, I would say Draven is the strongest champ right now, but it's pretty hard to play Draven compared to Akali. Now we're back into the champion select. We'll go with the same bans as well previously. So
yeah, and we're gonna restart after skill difference picks Akali, and then Žalgiris can change their picks depending, because they did not know
what the Ashe was. Yeah. Anyways, I talked with Arlight like last week, and he said that Swain is not a counter pick to Akali. We had a discussion about this. He said like, if you're a good Akali, then Swain does not stop you at any point. You can still dive Swain at level 6. He mentioned a couple of better picks, but I would suggest like Rutolus plays something along the lines of Anivia. I haven't seen that matchup, but I can imagine like Akali not having a great time there.
Yeah, you can. I think that you can.
Because you can just ult in the Shroud. Akali will still take damage. You Shroud, you put a wall so she cannot get out, and suddenly the tower dive is terrible. And for Anivia in particular, she has the egg passive. So it's really, really hard to snowball with her. And if you do not snowball as an Akali,
it's really hard to execute mid to late game.
Yeah.
It's really hard to execute. And right now we are seeing Kassadin Howard and it's locked in.
Yeah, Kassadin. Well, yeah, you mentioned that Arlet said that Akali is one of the most broken champions. Kassadin, with the recent buffs, he's just insane.
Yeah, he's really close to being broken.
Yeah, because like rank 2 ultimate with like, when you get enough CDR, which is the thing you max right now, you get I don't know, was it like 2.4 seconds on your ultimate? And on rank 16, well, on level 16, it's even crazier than that. So
yeah.
Previously, Kassadin had to get level 16, and that was the win condition for the whole team comp, because level 16 Kassadin could just 1v9 games. Now, actually, the power has been shifted into more of a mid game.
Yeah, the Kassadin's power spike has been not now. You don't need level 16 to actually go and do stuff. Now you can actually start the game earlier as Kassadin. You don't need to farm as late into the game as before. And the Q buffs, for example, the null sphere, I think it's called, that you can your shield comes. Your shield is a lot bigger now. Helps his laning phase as well. And Kassadin is a great pick here. I think it's going to be interesting to see how he stands up to the Akali.
I think actually it's a great matchup for Kassadin because Akali is a melee champion. Of course, she can jump in from afar, but Kassadin will just poke her down with like Q ZAL lane.
Yep.
You can easily just max Q on Kassadin. You start with Corruption Potion with the Time Warp Portal, and suddenly there's nothing that Akali can do. You even go teleport, get that minute, like 4-minute 5 tier. You stack it up with W as well. W gives you tier stack, so it is going to be pretty scary. Now Upper Six will have to work really hard if he wants this victory.
Yeah, but we spent a lot of time talking about the Kassadin that we didn't even see that there is going to be a Nidalee against Xin Zhao in the jungle.
That's like a matchup like from season 1 BSL, because like that time Xin Zhao was super strong, Nidalee was super strong. They're both still playable at the moment. Both are really strong early game champions. Xin Zhao still probably is one of the strongest level 2, level 3 champions, especially after Scuttle changes. Xin Zhao was picked like in every single game.
Yeah.
Xin Zhao and Camille.
Yeah, I was spamming Xin Zhao at the start of the season myself. I'm not a jungle player, but Xin Zhao was just broken at the start of the season. But
and look at that, so many support bans. We got 4 in this game. We got Rokan, Nami, Braum, and Alistar. So from one side they're banning out Crozeri, saying like you're not going to play these easy, kind of like easy champions, because with Nami you win pretty much every trade.
Yeah.
You're up against from the other
Soraka.
side. Yeah, Soraka locked in. Maybe that's a takeaway from Crozeri. We'll have to see. Jana is still open if she's up to it. But yeah, still they get Jhin, and with Jhin they can pretty much, I don't know. Jhin goes really good with everything. I would like to see some like
Morgana.
Or Morgana. Yeah,
I would
Morgana
actually
would be
like
perfect.
Morgana with the Jhin.
Yeah, that's like perfect combo. Will they go for that? We get Mundo locked in for...
Mundo in the top lane. There's still a solid pick in the top lane. Scales well into the late game. Actually,
but yeah, Smackler will have the counter pick on top. Let's see if he'll go something like Darius or something to really bully
Camille.
FPS.
Yesterday we saw a Chosen One bring out the Camille and absolutely dominate the top lane. Now we have to see what's going to happen with the Dr.
That
Mundo.
is going to be Jhin Zyra. Super strong lane.
Yes.
Especially versus like some like Kai'Sa and Soraka. Of course, Soraka can try to trade with poke, but if you get caught by one route from Crozeri, then suddenly it's just over. The same for Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa has a relatively short range.
Yeah.
Every time she walks up to the CS, Valhalla can just go in, auto Q. The trade is won. That's not actually a trade. That's just free damage onto the Kai'Sa, and especially with Soraka after the changes, after everyone started maxing E.
Yep.
It's going to be really rough.
Yeah, it's going to be a really rough matchup. The Morgana that we spoke about, in my opinion, still is a little bit better than the Zyra. The Zyra is like a real big hit or miss this time, because you are a Zyra against a Kassadin in the mid lane. Okay, in the early game, it's okay. You're in your lane, you don't see it. But in the mid game, the Kassadin is going to jump on the Zyra. The Zyra is not going to press any buttons and just die instantly.
And yeah, we got Ornn in the top lane for Smackler. So Mundo was Ornn on top. I like in lane, I think that Mundo is better. Well, if they're staying in lane, but teamfight, Smackler has showed that he can really make those TP plays.
Yeah, but if Smackler is going to play that Ornn like Homeless Master yesterday did, then he's going to be up in that Mundo's face and trying to kill him 24/7. We have to see what Smackler is going to bring with this Ornn.
But yeah, well, I really like the Zyra pick, because if you look at Jagger's team comp, they want to go win. And Zyra is super good at disengaging
the fight, yeah.
They can just And Zyro is really good at protecting Jin, especially when the curtain call comes. If someone will try to flank him, probably it's going to be rooted and focused down by Jin. So, only thing I don't know is how Rappersig is going to work with this Akali, because other than Afting, which is going to be a tough target to kill, there's actually no one to really focus there.
Yeah, it's really hard to burst somebody down, especially, for example, the Xin Zhao. Yeah, you can try and burst him down if he doesn't have his ulti, but if you're jumping in as an Akali into a Xin Zhao, he just uses your ulti and you're disengaged, that's it.
Yeah, you can use Xin Zhao ult to just throw Akali out of the shroud as well.
Yeah, of course, and if we're looking at the team compositions in a whole, then in my opinion, I favor Zhalgir's draft a little bit more because they have enough early game to withstand the pressure that Nidalee and the aggressive bot lane can put out, and at the same time, if they get to those 25 minutes not losing a lot of gold against them, then they just outscale the enemy team comp, and the Kassadin and the Kai'Sa will just run over them.
Yeah, but at the same time, well, obviously Zhalgir's team comp is 10 times better than skill difference's team comp, but I think that if your skill difference, these are champions you want to go to get that victory, because versus Zhalgir, you don't want to play standard if you're not experienced or individually a lot better than them. So more of a chaotic style is better for skill difference.
Because yesterday we already saw that if the team that wins the early game and knows how to snowball and how to press your lead enough at any time, that team wins the game. Because these games, they don't go to 30 plus minutes. These games are decided until 15 minutes. If skill difference get the lead with their team comp and they know how to snowball their lead against the team comp of Zhalgir, I think they just try and close out the game from there.
Well, quoting Donkey, like the games are usually decided, they're going like 25 minutes, everyone's just running around, have no clue what's going on, and then some dumbass is getting caught out and the game's over.
Yeah.
So let's see if this is the case. Zhalgir have been playing better and better each week. Skill difference, well, are showing up individually now with the newest edition of Valhalla. So let's see how it pans out. We'll take a short break, after which the first game between skill difference versus Zhalgir will take place.
Go big, go boom, with guns of boom. Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom, with guns of boom.
Killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret. Viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy. Jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
told if we could work this out, they'd lay low. I'm cold, misfortune's running out, stay tall.
We can change our minds. Hearts beating lies. But I know you're kind. We can change our minds. Hearts beating lies. But I know you're
I'm told we could work this out, they'd lay low. I'm cold, misfortune's running out, stay tall.
We can change our minds. Hearts beating lies. But I know you're kind.
I'm told if we could work this out, they'd lay low. I'm cold, feeling lost of changes from the start. I'm told.
Welcome back to BSL, and we are in the first game between Skill Difference versus Žalgiris. Now, Skill Difference on the blue side, so let's see what if they have anything up their sleeves. Are we going to see like level 1 invades or such? Seems
Yeah.
like no, as always.
Seems like everybody's going for the five-point defense, and we'll see what's going on between these teams. I'm actually looking at Big Mac on this Nidalee because I haven't seen him actually on carry-oriented champions. I have only seen him on tanks, on supportive tanks right now. I want to see how he performs on this Nidalee pick against the ZAL pick from Barstas in the jungle for Žalgiris, and it's gonna be a spicy game right here.
Now, Big Mac used to play a lot of Nidalee. His signature pick has always been Lee Sin, so I would like to see him as Lee Sin. Lee Sin is playable right now after the recent changes, and well, this skin actually for Big Mac is pretty cool.
Yeah, the skin. Well, actually, out of the 10 players,
Yeah, Roper 6 is the only one without skin, yeah?
yeah, Roper 6 is the only one without a skin. Report
But
Roper
no,
6.
is that not a skin?
No, that's the
That's the default. She eats ramen over there.
yeah.
Crazy.
She's eating the ramen over there. Okay, Big Mac starting at the red buff. On the opposite side, ZAL starting on the red. This is going to give the push advantage towards Mundo in the top lane. And the same goes for the Soraka Kaisa. They're going to push in the Jin Zyra right here.
And yeah, well, Roper 6 starting with the Doran's shield. That's probably the best thing you can do with the Kassadin. Now let's see how the bot lane pans out. So since Žalgiris did not leash,
Look at top lane. Look at top lane. Zin's out.
And
Ganking
already
level 2.
level 2 gank onto Diaz. Diaz has the flash, will have flash away, but Dark's flash forwards. Phase rush comes in, knock up.
Smackler.
One more hit would do it. And
First blood.
First blood goes
The-
to Barca's.
The cheese gang comes through.
Is it really cheese if you're Xin Zhao? That's like...
No, that's cheese for every other jungler, but as Xin Zhao, this is a thing that Xin Zhao needs to do in the jungle. You can gank level 2.
And well, Big Mac instantly went for blue buff, but Jogger is on the move now. There's fight on the bot lane. Now let's see
Cross-area.
Afton use the barrier. Cross area super low. One
Whoa,
more hit,
super low,
but
flashes.
He comes through. And there are not going to be any kills over there.
All summoners blown by the Zyra. We have to see what's going to happen if DJ Barca is going to go for the gank in the bot lane, because there's no summoners on this
Now
immobile
let's see DJ
Zyra.
Barces wants Big Mac. Big Mac used spear already, but he was fast enough to jump away. Barces has no flash.
Yeah,
And
they're
on
fighting
lane,
in the
not a
bot lane
fight.
again.
Crossaria is
Crossaria
going to
dead.
fall. Now I don't know what they thought. They wanted to help out Big Mac over there, but Frixie still has heal, so yeah, they only burned the barrier from Afting.
Yeah, the barrier from Afting burned, but still not a worth trade. They wanted to help Big Mac secure the blue buff because he spent a lot of time around that blue buff area. But
And
still,
Rob 6 goes in for a trade, but every trade he is going to take versus Kassadin is going to be a losing one.
Yeah, but right there, Zyra is a really squishy in the early game, and actually in any part of the game she
And
can.
well, Raptor 6 goes for the kill. And he gets the
Raptor 6
solo kill onto
showing.
Bertolis. And on top lane, Big Mac got a gank down and Smackler fell.
Yeah, Robert
So
6
yeah, skill
showing.
difference is fighting back.
Yeah, showing the mechanics on the Akali. Well played from Robert 6. Didn't actually expect, and
Well-
Big Mac going for the gank again.
And yeah,
Robert
they want
6
to repeat
really
gank
low.
over Bertolis, but Bertolis has
Barca-
some.
Barca's
No,
is
Barca's
coming.
is coming. Can they get something? Now both of them jump away. And the slow barely misses.
Yeah.
But yeah, Raptor 6 burned both summoners. Bertolis just TP'd back lane, still has flash. Now let's see bot lane. The deadly flourish is not quite getting the...
Yeah, Valhalla missing the cannon hurts a little bit on the inside, but still great turn of events for skill difference. Robert 6 getting the solo kill, the gank down.
Yeah, but now he's in a dire position because he really wants to back right now, but there's such a
he
big
can't.
wave. And yeah, he has no teleport. Bertolis will be just poking down under the dirt every time Raptor 6 goes for the CS, except for that time. And this time, oh no, he got it this time. And now he'll get it back. Now Big Mac again on the top lane. Smackler has no flash, but they cannot really kill him there.
Yeah,
And-
but Barca's being at the right place at the right time. Look, right now he's in the top lane actually trying to counter gank,
And they have no vision on this now. Diaz, does he know that? Does he know Barcis is dead? He is playing relatively safely, only last hitting with cleavers. So let's see.
yeah, Barca's understanding that he doesn't want to spend time
No,
here in the top
he,
lane.
He has the old one strat, like canceling the recall every time, and
And
now
he
he
goes
goes
going in.
onto what Diaz. Diaz has no flash still, and he is going to
Oh.
fall. Smackler claims the kill.
Yeah, a lot of aggression in the top lane. Barca's second time in the top lane, second successful gank in the top lane. Now Big Mac going to just cover for Divs and taking this farm because he doesn't have his teleport ready. But we already knew that before the game that the Mundo is a gankable lane in the early parts of the game because he has no mobility. If you burn the Mundo's flash, you can just repeat gank him every time you see fit. And right now, Robert 6 has level 6.
Yeah, he wants to just make a threat. Not really go in because he cannot kill him until he's dead, but he wants to just scare him that he can do it. And after that disaster on bot lane, actually Valhalla and Crossberry are fighting back. Because yeah, those champions are just super strong in the early game. No matter how big of a lead they get, like Frexy and Afton, the champions just do too much. I would like to see like them playing a little bit more aggressive. Because right now, it seems like Frexy is having a free lane over here.
Yeah, Frexy is having a really free lane, but in mid lane a little bit of a trade.
Well, Rapper6 wins the trade
Great
heavily.
trade. But yeah, the bot lane, Jhin, Zyra, it's actually a super aggressive lane, and they
We're talking
can
about
kill.
super aggressive. Barsus
Barsus
goes in on to
invading
invade.
Big
Big
Mac.
Mac is getting caught
Both
out.
smites up.
And
Big Mac flashes
Barsus
level
gets the red buff
6.
and level 6.
Yeah. Great invade by
And
Barsus.
now
but
Raptolis is just left there. Barsus betrayed him, took the blast plant. Seemed like Raptolis wanted that as well.
Yeah, but Big Mac's straight going for the enemy red buff. He wants to hit level 6 as well.
No, Big Mac used the flash, so he has to be careful.
Yeah, he has to be careful, but Barsus understands that Big Mac's going to go for the red buff, and he's trying to go and contest that.
Now this could mean the game, in my opinion. Now we can see Rapper6 is assisting Big Mac over there. Now Barsus, what can he do?
Gets
He
spotted.
sees Rapper6. Now Big Mac got the red buff, so it's okay. Rapper6 just escorts Big Mac out, and that's a trade of red buffs. And a flash from Big Mac.
Yes, trade of red buffs, but the flash on Big Mac was huge. He, in my opinion, he didn't need to flash there because Rapper6 was already almost there, and he maybe could have baited a little bit more and maybe got the kill on Barsus. But still, we're looking at the bot lane. We want to see more aggression from this Jhin Zyra. They have a lot of damage, of course.
Well, they're behind in levels. Soraka has ultimate, has barrier. They have to be careful because, yeah, right now Barsus is somewhere near. Now Rapper6 will win out mid lane pretty soon since Raptolis has relatively low mana left. So let's see what happens here. Raptolis will have teleport soon though. Frexy taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Frexy and Afting are playing this lane really well they're going in. Frexy used his ultimate, yeah. They're going in. They went in onto Jhin in the bot lane. Frexy used his ulti, tried to get the kill. Big Mac was around if anything happened, but Big Mac going in for the bot lane gank.
And Kurnikal comes down.
Afting
Afting
really low.
Gets the heal, gets the barrier, and
Both
now they
flashes.
will, yeah, back off. But all summoners from the bot lane. And woo, pretty close call
Barsa's
now.
coming in.
Barsa's, I don't know if he's going to get anything here since, yeah, skill difference is playing it correctly, playing it safe. Well, let's see. Raptolis got the blue buff, so it's going to be annoying for Rapper6 for a while till he gets like his Hex the Gunblade.
Yeah, this is a rough matchup for the Akali, but still he got that one kill. He's not farming excellently, so to speak, but still you need to get through the laning phase and then try to assassinate the enemy targets that you can actually try to assassinate. But the bot lane, almost getting the kills. There's no summoners both on Frexy and on Afting. In the bottom lane, maybe Big Mac would consider a return game, but Big Mac going top lane.
Yeah, Big Mac going top lane. He gets spotted, so Smackler backs up, just dashes away, takes the spear, but he'll be fine. Now, I know a lot of mid lane mains would disagree with me on this, but I think that Raptolis, I think this is one of the rare occasions where you would want to go Abyssal Mask instead of Rod of Ages. Because like, you got 4 AP champions on the skill differences side, you just go Abyssal Mask, you go Mercs as your boot option. And you'll still have damage because you have Cassidin, but at the same time, you're buffing up Orange damage, you're massively buffing up like Kai'Sa's damage, since Kai'Sa has a lot of AP damage, regardless if she goes AD or AP.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of Kai'Sa's now after the Stormrazor nerfs a little bit, lean towards the AP Kai'Sa build, but we have to see what Frexy's done.
Well, there's a fight on top lane. Raptolis there now. Call the Forge God was
But
called
Big Mac.
out, and Big Mac onto Raptolis. Raptolis still has flash.
Crusader dead in the bot lane.
There's a fight. Well,
Both
going to
dead.
fall as well now. Back to top lane. Can they get something? 2v3 on top lane.
Raptolis
gets
ignited.
ignited. He will have to flash away. Can they dive this? And it
Oh,
seems
no.
like Will they?
Roper
Roper
six?
6 still alive. The shot saves him.
Diev's
are
tanking
they
the turret.
not falling? And
They
Diev's gets the 1 kill, but Smackler gets the return one.
That's 3 kills,
super
4-1.
Super
And
messy fight.
And the first blood turret goes to Žalgiris right here. A super messy fight in the top lane. We didn't see what happened in the bot lane, but Barca's just went for the gank and got both the kills there. Really good for Žalgiris right here, but that was
the Drake as well. There's going to be Mountain Drake, one of the best ones if you want to snowball the game. But if you're Žalgiris, you have nowhere to rush. You can just chill out for a bit, let your Kassadin scale, let your Kai'Sa scale.
Barca smited the plant from Zyra. Good thing to W. But yeah, Big Mac answering on the other side, trying to solo this Rift Herald. Their strong side of the map is the top lane and mid lane, but still a bit of a worrying trend. They overdived the top lane.
Will go there to check what's happening with Rift Herald. Big Mac changed his mind on that. Rimtolis was able to pursue him. So let's see now. The bot lane will swap. They got Will Frexy get second red buff. Or is it the third red buff? No. Barca's has a different thing in mind. Probably Frexy was there. He was like asking, well, Mr. Barca's, can I get the red buff? And Barca's did not answer. Probably had an angry look. Because I think they're playing in the same room at all times when they're playing in BSL.
Yeah, it could be, but still, yeah, Barca doesn't give the red buff over to the Kai'Sa. Said my red buff and just walked away, and that's it.
Crozeri has to be careful.
Remember, there's no summoners on the bottom lane. Yeah, Barca's is right here. He can just
and Big Mac's on bot, not quite able to help out the top lane if something happens.
Yeah, this is a really bad situation for the bottom lane of skill difference.
Yeah, well, Raptor6 gets engaged on by Barca's.
Barca's has 2 kills.
To be careful. Okay, Raptor6 will just jump over the wall. Akali, good champion, can get out of all situations.
Not all, but she can get out of some sticky situations. But this bottom lane is a worrying trend.
Taking a bit of damage, but yeah. Ooh, now this is a good example of how to trade. If you're Jin, Zyra, not overcommit, just poke them out.
Yeah, Smackler in the mid lane
and
using his ulti.
Comes in, Raptor6 will get engaged on, but he's still quite healthy. Well, that was an attempt.
Yeah, great try. Smackler using his time.
And Crozeri getting engaged on. Frexy will get knocked up again. Valhalla turned this. Heal comes through, but
Barca's diving.
And yeah, Barca's is diving.
Just kills the Jin.
Yeah,
wow.
Without
Big Mac.
looking with the red
flash.
buff and the red smite to just fade away kill.
Yeah, Frexy uses the flash to dodge the spear from Nidalee. But yeah, Big Mac not being there at the right time. Frexy is just so strong. 3-0 on this Kai'Sa. The same goes for Barca's in the jungle. 3-0 on the Xin Zhao on this early game pick. Really aggressive playmaking. This Zyra pick is not working out for skill difference at the moment because she just gets dived on by the Kai'Sa at any time, at any point in this game. Anytime she's low enough and doesn't have any summoners, Frexy just uses the ulti button and just jumps in right away.
And yeah, pretty much the story of the game has been Barca's and the bot lane from Žalgiris. Now, Raptor6 had a solo kill early in the game. He has finished his Hextech Gunblade, so maybe he can start looking for things. But even though he has a kill onto Rimtolis, he's still quite behind in terms of gold. Well, not quite behind. Like they're pretty even after this wave.
Yeah, but still, Kassadin is going to outscale.
Yeah, if you're going even versus Kassadin, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, you're probably losing the lane if you're going even, and the Kassadin is a little bit of ahead still. But yeah, the top lane turret is going to go down, and they probably going to DJ Barca is going to go and try to set up vision for the Rift Herald. And
now Raptor 6 wants to roam top, but he was spotted out. Now Barces is already dead. Wait, now what kind of trickery
But Big
is
Mac
going
is not
to
there.
be this? Now Raptor 6.
Both
you have to be
teleports
careful.
available.
And they're going on to
Afting
Barry comes
ignited
down, but he's
Barry.
still alive. Ignite goes
Two
down.
teleports come out.
Kill. Call the Forge God gets 3.
Frexy goes in.
Frexy goes in.
Jin
he
dead.
will get double kill. Now Rimtolis.
And
Raptor 6
Raptor 6 dead as
alive
well.
and a
Shut down. Oh, this was a poor play by skill difference.
And Barca
DJ Barca
splashing. They get something. Now they will get the turret and probably the Rift Herald as well.
Yeah, this was a poor play from skill difference. Big Mac was not in the area. Dievs doesn't have his teleport, and both Kassadin and the Ornn have their teleports. Why would you even try this play if your top laner can't be there? Your jungler is just running out of base. Why skill difference? Why you try this play right here? This.
Well, maybe they felt a little bit desperate. Now Big Mac wants to go in for the Rift Herald. Can he steal it? Actually, probably not. Crazeri is there to assist him, but Rift Herald goes down and Barces will get the eye of it.
Yeah, I understand that they're feeling a little bit desperate, but why do you go for the play if you know that the enemy team has their teleports? They can join.
They probably
in an instant.
didn't know that. That is the answer to this question. They didn't. I don't know if they thought this one through. Raptor 6 just said, I'm going top, and he went top, got a kill. He's like, I did my job. Like, guys, come on, pick up the slack, get some kills as well.
Yeah, but at this moment, the Kai'Sa has 5 kills. Barca's has 3 kills, and this is looking pretty rough for skill difference.
And well, what is that? Yes,
flashes away.
Flash out. Call of the Forge God comes in, and look at
3
that.
man, Call of the Forge God.
Now,
They're
Crosshair
so
is
low.
going to fall.
Rimtolis
from the side. Now,
so
Raptor
low.
6 is dead. Now, what is that?
Rimtolis is dead and
2
afting.
2 for 2 trade. Better than expected.
Yeah, and Rimtolis gets sniped by the Nidalee spear at the end.
Well,
of
they
it.
won't go for Drake. It's the second mountain Drake. Big Mac. Valhalla.
But their strongest members are
And
still alive.
Alive, Barces. Pretty low.
Frexy.
And they go in. A big knockup
Great
from Smackler.
knockup.
One more hit onto Diaz. Will do
Frexy.
double kill. Comes in from Smackler.
Frexy gets a
and
kill,
they
yeah.
completely clean the fight.
Great fight.
What a
from-
bait by Barces. Just go. Yeah. And that was some cartoonish stuff over there.
This was some great engages from Žalgiris. If you're this far ahead, that's 6k before even 20 minutes, and this was a great fight from Žalgiris. And yeah, Afting can't withstand all the burst that's coming his way because he's the only target you can actually kill on the side of Žalgiris. But you have to look at Smackler. Smackler with 11 kill participation out of the 16 kills that they actually
Well, Frexy
have.
as well. Like, it seems like everything is happening around this bot lane, which is the strong point from Žalgiris. Now, talking about 6k, Kai'Sa has 6 kills. So, but from skill differences side, we can see Big Mac finished his Morello, and well, Rimtolis wants to duel Raptor 6, but does he really wants to do that? Because I don't know if he wins that fight.
Crusader is right around the corner. Rimtolis doesn't have any vision of the Zara being around.
But yeah, they have no vision as well, so they probably think that Barces is there, since that is the name of the game. Barces has been pathing super well this game, always being at the right time and the right place. But I wouldn't say the same about Big Mac or Diaz in this game.
Going
and now
on to
Raptor 6 goes
Rimtolis.
in. Can he get it? And he
Rimtolis
gets the
dead.
kill. Look
Yep.
at that. Now that is the hope for a skill difference that Big Mac and Raptor 6 can make picks like this, and once the game goes like 10 minutes later, the death timers are quite high, and you can actually abuse the man advantage on the map.
Yeah, you can abuse it, but once the game goes those 10 minutes longer, then the Kassadin, he won't be that easy to kill, because after 10 minutes, he is going to hit that level 16 mark where he can just spam his ultimate, and it's on a 3 to 4 second cooldown, I think, and then he will get away from
3
that.
seconds right now before the cooldown reduction. Now once he finishes his Archangel staff, which is he's probably waiting for it. I don't know, he still needs like 200 gold or not.
Yeah, he bought it.
Yeah, he bought it. Now
Rift Herald Summon in the mid lane. Big Mac is nowhere near the mid lane, and Akali is up top side. This should be a free mid lane.
Yeah, that's
turret.
going to be a free turret, but can Joggers get anything else from that? And now they're going to DS Prexy. It's a little bit too slow. And what can they get? They cannot, and a lot of damage goes on to tier 2 in mid lane.
Yeah, this was a great Rift Herald summoning, seeing that the Akali is up top lane, and also the Vision Ward spotted the Big Mac.
Whoa! Look at that early flourish onto Prexy. Now big. Now Ken Ropersic gets after
dead.
He gets after.
Prexy goes in.
Now goes in. Dios falls. Now Ropersic still
Barca's
alive.
dead as
it's
well.
A chaotic fight. Now let's see.
Ropersic goes in. Oh, gets shot down.
Big Mac and Valhalla alive. Now it's a
Prexy
2v3 over there. Prexy super low. He has to be careful. He has now afting. And afting in that fight, I didn't see if he didn't have the barrier, but he was completely one-shotted by Ropersic. So
yeah,
maybe that's one way how to win these fights. Just go for Soraka. Soraka didn't even ultimate that fight.
Yeah, but that was
huge.
That was because Ropersic was by Prexy and afting at that moment, and he just understood that he is going to die either way.
And talking about dying right away, Big Mac is not going to go for Remtolis.
Yeah, returning to my point, that Afting knew that he is going to die either way. Prexy just said, okay, bye, you're gonna die, and went in and tried to help, but they got the big shutdown goal onto Barca's because he engaged without his team at the start of the fight and got bursted down. But yeah, this Akali from Ropersic is finding the way and how to get into the backline.
And well, talking about a way in a backline, can he get Afting again? Is he going to jump on him?
Afting's caught out. Rooted.
Now Ropersic.
And
here comes Prexy. What are you doing?
Prexy going in.
And look at that. He's still alive. They get Big Mac Rosaria. Gets that. Remtolis gets.
Akali's dead. And here's another free kill for Remtolis on the Zyra. Double kill.
He's the last man alive. How much time can he actually waste here?
They can actually get Diaz right here, get the Baron, or...
Can they get Diaz right here?
Yeah, Smackler's right here, he can soak up all the damage.
Diaz is dealing a lot of damage back, but yeah.
Not for long, and
that's a clean ace coming down from Žalgiris.
This is going to be Baron and as well the top lane tier 2 turret. This was a great fight from Žalgiris. Prexy starting it off by jumping into the Akali and
super manly play.
Super manly play by the Kaisa. She has 8 kills right now. This is a great play from Žalgiris, but if you're this far ahead, you need to make these aggressive plays and not stall out the game. They wipe the enemy team they wipe skill difference. Get 2 turrets off of that, get the Baron. Now you're gonna reset, get the next Drake, and try to get that tier 2 in the bottom lane as well.
And now Remtolis will probably finish his Zanyas right now, if the gold is enough. I don't actually know the AP itemization's goal.
Got the Banshee as well.
Went for the Banshee, so a little bit of magic damage, which will help versus, look at that, 4 magic damage threats on the skill differences side. Prexy picks up the Ocean Drake, now 3 Drakes already. Žalgiris have like 11k lead already 25 minutes in. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is a great game from Žalgiris. But they need to press their advantage with the Baron buff right now. Prexy farming a lot. Yeah, he got his Nashers finished and the blasting one's up next.
Well, Remtolis. Look at that, Remtolis level 15, Rosaria level 9. The base stats will go into consideration in these fights. Now Prexy is still coming from the base, so if skill difference knew that, they could have forced the fighter over here.
But why is nobody in the top lane? Just go send Smackler there. He has the teleport. and just push out that lane, play the 1-3-1 that you actually have with the Ornn and the Kassadin. The Kassadin takes down the turrets really
now
fast.
Rapper 6 is looking for a catch onto someone. Now Dios will assist him. So let's see. Now top wave is going to bounce on the turret. The turret's not going to fall, so maybe that is what Žalgiris wants to do. They do not know how much time they'll need for the bottom inhibitor, and if they'll get it either way. So let's see a lot of damage onto Dios.
Ooh. That's the tank on your team.
Yeah, that's the tank, and well, that's the
Rimtolis
assassin for skill difference. Is fighting, and that is going to be Valhalla falling down. Rapper 6 will be the next one.
Oh.
Now Frexy, can you clean this up? You already used his ultimate, so now yeah, 2 members down, both carries.
This is probably an
this
inhibitor
is probably
for
the game,
Žalgiris.
and Rimtolis goes in for
Big
the flash
Mac's
ultimate.
dead.
They want to go forward.
Oh,
and
this is an
ace.
ace.
Double kill comes down from Smackler. Rimtolis gets one. Bottom inhibitor down. Now, still 20 seconds onto Valhalla. It should be an easy closeout and game 1 from Žalgiris. And I don't know, if your skill difference, I have no clue what you need to do, because they attempted fighting versus Žalgiris, like Rapper 6 probably was the only shining light in this game. Big Mac had a couple of good plays, but mostly he was not at the right time in the right place. Yeah,
in my opinion, Big Mac had 0 to no impact in this game. I actually think he wasn't in this game. I don't like him on the Nidalee pick.
Now I want to see him on Lee Sin or something like that, because they have to go for a similar style, in my opinion, only with different picks. They need stronger laners. Maybe Dios can pick up something like, I don't know, Aatrox, Darius,
Camille.
Kled. I don't know if he plays Camille, probably not.
But yeah, looking at the damage charts, the Kai'Sa and the Kassadin popping off in these fights. Yeah, Rapper 6 did well. Actually, he was the only shining light for skill difference in this game. He actually tried to carry his team, assassinating the Soraka from Žalgiris' side every fight.
Getting a couple of solo kills onto Rimtolis.
Yeah, got a couple of solo kills. You should actually work on Rapper 6, because he is playing very well for a substitute mid laner, but still, I am looking actually at Big Mac. He needs to perform a lot better for his team to actually take a win off of this really strong looking Žalgiris team.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't know, they will have to make some kind of adaptation. Now we'll see that in game 2. Till then, we'll take a break, but don't forget, today we are having 2 giveaways. One is for Vault, 10 euros Vault credit. Other one is a Samsung giveaway, Battlefield 1. Samsung is giving away Battlefield 1, so that's pretty cool. If you want to join those giveaways from Vault, write hashtag Vault. For Samsung, write hashtag Samsung. And yeah, sometime then the stream will play out the giveaways. Probably not one after another. So that's going to be a mix-up. So stay tuned, do not miss it. If you are the victorious in these giveaways, you will have to write to BSL@bsl.pro and say that you're the winner. Easy as that. Now, till then, till game 2, we'll take a short break, and when we'll be back, we'll have game 2 between Žalgiris versus skill difference.
Go big, go boom, with guns of boom. Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom, with guns of boom.
La chic boutique viss ir redzēts. Thriller, killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret, viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy, jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
But I'm foolish. I needed you. Know that I've been missing. But I'm foolish. I needed you. Know that I've been missing. But I'm foolish. I needed you. Know that I've been missing. But I'm foolish. I needed you. But I'm foolish. I needed you. Know that I've been missing. But I'm foolish. I needed you. I needed you. I needed you.
my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer when I meet with you again. Yeah, I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I just can't wait until the summer. I just can't wait until I just can't wait until I just can't wait until another when I got nothing on my mind. I just can't wait to rediscover when I meet with you again. Oh, I just can't wait until the summer when my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now. I just can't wait until the summer when I meet with you again. Yeah, I just can't wait.
Welcome back to the BSL and the second Champions League between Žalgiris versus Skill Difference in the same band. Coming down from Žalgiris side, that's the lead. They do not want to give Big Mac that, yeah. In Italy, maybe Big Mac is not the most efficient one, at least was not the most efficient one last game. But yeah, they still don't want to take that gamble, and Tristana band as well. They saw that Valhalla can play Tristana well. They were not scared of Jin last game. And now let's see Akali band. So Roper6 getting some bands out.
Yeah, Roper6 getting that Kali band towards him. And also the Evelyn band is still a staple band in the Baltic Esports League right here. The Evelyn and the Talia are being banned non-stop, banned or picked. And yeah, Roper6 getting the Kali band on him. We'll see what's the last band. The last band is Alistar. Great engage tool. Yesterday we saw I think, I don't remember the player's name. Rootsko. Yeah, Rootsko played 4 games of Alistar.
He's the biggest Alistar player in the league. And Braum, first pick Braum was banned, and Braum, actually, yeah, I don't know if that's just a comfort pick or a takeaway, because Crazeria, that's probably one of the best supports to pick up if your positioning is not the greatest. That's like Cruzeria. Well, did not have the greatest game on the Zyra. Now Annie is covered. Now what is going to be that Annie? So
and this is probably going to be a placeholder.
Yeah, that is a placeholder. But what is that?
That's a Kaisa.
And that is a Kaisa. So all right, Kaisa takeaway from Frexy. They did not want to give Frexy that now. Maybe, I don't know if Valhalla plays mid lane. Maybe they could try some shenanigans with switching up mid lane and bot lane, but Trundle locked in for Big Mac. And if Trundle is picked, then I wonder if they're going to go for the Victor.
Yeah, maybe they can go for the Victor for Roper6 in the mid lane. But yeah, the Trundle is a staple Big Mac pick, because I have seen him play the Trundle, I think, many times right now, but that's a Twitch.
Yeah, is that like a Twitch in the AD carry? Is that like a Twitch in the jungle? Are they going to go for Lulu as well? A lot of questions to be answered. Graves covered, so probably that's Twitch AD, but Rise.
Yeah, Rise really strong in these patches to come. Really great mid laner at the moment, really solid. Yet to see. Yesterday, actually, no, I gotta give a shout out to Faison. He played a really great Rise yesterday. That's the first Rise in the Baltic Esports League that I actually liked seeing. He played a really good Rise. Want to see how Rimtolis does on this pick. And on the opposite side, Soraka locked in against the Braum Twitch. This is a Braum Twitch against a Kaisa Soraka. We're gonna see they're gonna take the same bot lane that Žalgiris pulled out in the first game and going to try and replicate the same.
Now I don't know if they'll be able to do that, because versus Braum it's a lot harder. And for Cruzeria, she has to be careful. I would say that she even has to take the cleanse or something. Because if she gets
CC
caught by one Winter's bite, they can just all in. There's so much damage onto Twitch Braum lane.